Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those highest tempo games.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Gerrard. Now, can they get him away? Rijkaard. And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Rodri. Rijkaard. Kukçu. Now Kaká. That's been cut out, well played. And the pass is intercepted. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Gerrard. Tries from distance. Short changes him with that pass. Borussia Dortmund are looking to break at pace. Now it's Kaká. He's in a great position here. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Borussia Dortmund yet to have an attempt on goal. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Shot could be on. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for move. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Luís Suares. Tries a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Diego. He's going for goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. He's gone forward. Now it's Costa. Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos cuts it out. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rui Costa. This looks promising. Kaká! And for a moment, time stood still. That has not gone well. Aimed beyond the defence. Aguero showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Kaka. Some intricate pass. Real chance! And the ball's come loose here. Deftly away. Looking for the run. Oh no, this does not look good. And this is Luís Suares. Always goal side. And the shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it.
He's gone for goal! Oh, it's hit the post. Rui Costa. Costa. Silvestre. And here's Kaka. Taken back almost at once. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Gerrard. And that is the end of the first half.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Borussia Dortmund looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. That gets us going once more. Costa. Oh, this is a terrific run. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Costa running with him. Oh, he's having a go! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Gerrard, always on the lookout for any signs of danger.
This is the time you need that pace.
And this is Luís Suares. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Kukçu. Kaka. Kimmich. And it's Aguero. That's a good foray he's making. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. And he's worked it through. And he shoots! That's another chance! He's got a goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Kimmich. And this is Aguero. Oh, a gilt-head! It's Aguero! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now that looks a decent ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Now it's Messi. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Messi ready to try one. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Messi! And Czech pulls off a sensational save. So we have movement on both benches.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Kimmich clears without hesitation. Osimhen, well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
So this to pull level. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
To be expected, Peter. They've got...
He's Mbappe! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved. Borussia Dortmund clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Batistuta. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now he's got space here. And this is Rui Costa. And he... Gerrard! Rodri. This is a promising build-up.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that's clever. And he's certainly onside here. And Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's a decent clearance.
Southampton really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Very much into the last knockings. That's a cute ball. Silvestre gets over and intercepts.
There will be 3 minutes
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Rijkaard. And he cuts out the supply, and it's Kaka. Now it's Osimhen. And that will be it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose.
And if you do have a chance today, please take
Thoughts
some
on what
time
we've
out
just
to
seen?
give yourself
Well,
a
Peter,
little
this
fun
was
and enjoy
probably
the
more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Well, there was a time when Hungary ruled world football, inspired by the mighty Magyars, a team that went 32 games unbeaten, which was something quite unheard of in those days, and leading their front line was a man known as the Galloping Major.
Ferenc Puskás, a man who boasted a strike rate greater than a goal a game, and this is a career which spanned nigh on 800 games. Incredible, quite incredible.
Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. McAllister. Over to the right flank. Now it's Aguero. Luís Suares. Unai Simon clears without hesitation. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Quality ball. Pass somewhat off target. Luís Suares. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Van Basten. And this is Luís Suares. Well, that has not gone well. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Aguero. Now it's Gerrard. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Suares. He's got away. And this is Neymar. Caught offside that time. Rijkaard. Zanetti. Corinthians still without a single shot on target. And here's Suares. Akanji is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Akanji gets across to intercept that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Mendes. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. Check. Cannavaro. Gerrard. Now it's Aguero.
Palmeiras have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Luís Suares! McAllister. Gives it back. Oh, sweet feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now, can he find a finish? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, good take in a good area.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, he's found support out wide. Alexander-Arnold.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Van Basten. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Palmeiras clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Shot a goal! They've scored!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Corinthians coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Corinthians can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So we're off again.
Corinthians can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Akanji. To McAllister. And it's Van Basten. Adams. And it's Mendes. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Corner then. Palmeiras with the corner. They're first. Alexander-Arnold goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Luís. Van Basten. Rui Costa. Aguero looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Luís. Now it's Kimmich. Gerrard. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gerrard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. He's in one-on-one. There's the shot! Well taken goal. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Corinthians are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation.
It's Luís Suares! Oh, nice, just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
It's a pretty loose pass. Luís Suares.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Neymar, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And this is Aguero. That is good strength. Neymar did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Good read, needed to be. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Lovely Puskás! And there's his goal! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Corinthians suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
It's Luís Suares! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Corner it is. Palmeiras have their second corner now. Alexander-Arnold with the short one.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And this is Luís Suares. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Puskás! Kimmich can get it clear. McAllister. He's under a lot of pressure there. Luís Suares. And he's worked it through. Oh, he's on his own! He's found a way through. Takes the shot! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
McAllister, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
I think we're just about done here. Now it's Luís Suares. Akanji spots it and intercepts. Tries to pass it through. Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Zanetti gets it clear. Oh, relief! Relief at last, the final whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride.
everyone, and welcome to
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then.
Well, look, it's going to be a very hard job to make sure that the lone man up front doesn't get isolated.
Well, that is the obvious worry, isn't it?
Yeah, usually managers play a compact midfield when trying not to give away space, but it gives you little scope when trying to create and exploit.
And the shot! Sensational from Suares!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again. Aguero really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Chengdu Rongchen finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Gerrard. It's a good run down the right. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, Rui Costa! And a neat finish. 2-0 and in next to no time. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Desai spots it and intercepts. Modric. Now it's Luis Suarez. Alaba makes the interception. 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. And it's Ronaldinho. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Neymar purring through the gears. And now they can clear their lines. Rui Costa can so cleverly bypass the press.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Looking to play him in. Marcelo cuts out the pass. Vieira. Gerrard, who does have an assist to his name. Romero. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He is through here. Here it is, crossed in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Modric. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Ronaldinho. Romero proves too strong. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Luis Suarez. No, that's been intercepted. Vieira. And Neymar. Turns back here, probably the best option. Gerrard. And it's Neymar. And here's Messi. Neymar. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Taken back almost at once. 15 minutes till half-time. Modric. And here's Messi. Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Chengdu Rongchen really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Chengdu Rongchen with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Very nicely done. Stood up well to him there. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Luis Suarez. And he's managed to get free. Chance, surely! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Corinthians find a position of real strength now. Alaba promptly onto that, and that is that. Neymar, now it's Messi. Played into space, and he's in on goal. Chance for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rui Costa. Modric. Rijkaard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. It's Rui Costa. Gerrard receives it in a good position here. Gerrard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Chengdu Rongchen have got it back and they'll have another go. Ronaldinho. Well, that is one way to stop him. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Corinthians absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Corinthians looking like the only team in this. They lead by 3.
Substitution for Chengdu Rongchen, number 18, Ronaldinho.
So we're underway for the second half.
23, Luka Modric.
Rui Costa. And he skips past his man. Hangs in a cross.
Number 8, Eden Hazard.
Can he get it through?
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. And they're on him in a flash. Oh, that's a key interception. Neymar. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Gerrard. Now it's Luís Suares. Oh, that's well spotted. And that's gone loose. Tries to pass it through. And he shoots! And he hits the net! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Corinthians are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Suarez gets into a good position. Goes for a shot! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Lofted in. Keeper has taken decisive action. Chengdu Rongchen are looking to go forward now. Neymar. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a shot! No, it's wide.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Neymar. And that's another good win of the ball. And he's been shifted off it. He's got away. Bullish header! It's a goal! And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. And that is expertly dealt with. Messi. Now it's Aguero. Now, can they get him away? And that's a simple one for the keeper.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Alaba. And he plays one through. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Now, who's going to be first to this? It's a throw-in. Out of play for a throw. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Kimmich. Aguero looking for options for movement. That is good strength. Luís Suares, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Rui Costa. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard. 75 minutes played. Now that's well seen too. Luís Suarez. Aguero. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Romero. Zanetti looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Vieira. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Neymar. Vieira. That has been cut short. Messi. Hazard. Shapes to shoot! No, he's missed it.
Hazard really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
And he's forced to go back. Romero. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, he's bustling through here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Thuram. Now there's a fine ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Luís Suarez. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. And here's Aguero. And this is Aguero. Gerrard! It goes to show he is human after all. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Corinthians can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here.
The presence of Franco Baresi in this lineup suggests to me, Peter, that they'll be playing quite a high line.
What makes you think that?
Well, because he's got all the qualities required to excel in such a system. Because of his reading of the game, his vision, his technique, everything you need to spring a successful offside trap.
And he's intervened well there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a shade optimistic. Now that looks a decent ball. Now this could be a chance. Flamengo have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that is well cleared. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. And Batistuta! Now he's off and running. Oh, now he can run away with it. Aguero! In towards the back stick. Baresi clears it away. It's Gerrard! Boy, he struck that clean. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Batistuta. Now it's Hullet. Still goalless. And that interception was most necessary. Zola! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Zola actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Batistuta. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Romero did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Davids clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. And that could set him on his way. Oh, that's fabulous. Gerrard looking to play him in. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Corinthians clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Can he get it through? Mbappe. And this is Batistuta. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hullet picks it up out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Mbappe. That's good running with the ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's beaten the last man. Decent chance! Off the post. Nicely aimed pass.
Corinthians couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Baresi gets across to intercept that. Mbappe, never out of the action for very long. Looking for options for... Shot, surely! Goal! Flamengo! And Flamengo take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Flamengo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Flamengo have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Rui Costa is there, and he can get that clear. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Rui Costa. Rijkaard.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Batistuta. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Baresi spots it and intercepts. Batistuta. And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Corinthians finding themselves behind by just 1 goal at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 19.
And we get things going again.
Corinthians can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Corinthians different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Oh, shooting chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And that has put paid to that. Some really good ball movement. Now it's crossed into the middle, and the keeper beats it away. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And he goes cross-field, pass somewhat off target. Now, can they get him away? Oh, look at the space here. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's Rui Costa! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
He's had it taken off him. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's made its way to it. Real chance! And it's come back out to him. It's in! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be...
And he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He is through here. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Zola! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Well, that has not gone well. Rijkaard. Corinthians perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Aimed beyond the defence. Quality ball. Now that's well seen too.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Davids. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's having a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he's stuck it away. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well,
oh, what has happened here? Mbappe.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And the pass is intercepted. And here's Batistuta. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Mbappe. And he's there to retrieve it.
Corinthians are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack, for that matter.
Oh, sweet feet. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nice sequence of passes, this. This is a promising build-up. Zola. Nicely weighted ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nemecha. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Shot could be... And Zola! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rui Costa. He's a sharp little ball here. He's had a shot! David. And that's it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.